So you like small luxury SUVs because they're easy to drive, get pretty good fuel economy, and have all the creature comforts you deserve. Well, not all of them. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics, and today we're going to take a look at this 2024 BMW X1 M35i. I absolutely loved my time with the performance-focused X5 xDrive 50i and X3M competition when I reviewed them, and now some of that same goodness has trickled down to the smallest of the bunch. Packing power in a small package is this Blue Bay Lagoon metallic 2024 BMW X1 M35i. Standard features include LED headlights with cornering, daytime running lights and tail lights, power folding outside mirrors with turn indicators, xDrive all-wheel drive, M-rear spoiler, Shadowline high glass roof rails, limited slip differential, M-Sport exterior elements, adaptive M suspension, M logo puddle lamps, and hands-free power liftgate. The interior showcases a leather-wrapped M-Sport steering wheel, paddle shifters, anthracite headliner, Sensatech dashboard, BMW curved display with navigation, voice control,
good morning,
multi-zone climate control, rain sensing windshield wipers, BMW operating system 9, power front seats with driver's seat memory, ambience lighting, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Wi-Fi hotspot with remote software upgrade capability, wireless device charging, real-time traffic information and BMW remote services, My Modes, Harman Kardon premium system, Sirius XM with 360L, M-Sport interior elements, 40-20-40 split rear seat, automatic parking assistant and backup assistant, front and rear USB-C ports, and push-button start. Options include the 20-inch MY spoke bicolor wheels wrapped in 245/40 series Pirelli P0 MO performance tires for $600. The Driving Assistance Pro package includes Active Driving Assistant Pro, Active Cruise Control with Stop and Go, Active Lane Assist with Side Collision Avoidance and Traffic Jam Assistant for $1,700. The M-Sport Professional package adds Shadowline lights, extended Shadowline trim, M-Sport front seats, and M-Sport brakes with red calipers for $1,100. The $2,800 premium package consists of Comfort Access keyless entry, panoramic moonroof, auto-dimming rear view mirror, interior camera, parking assistant plus, live cockpit pro, anti-theft recorder, and surround view monitor with 3D view. And then there are a few more individual features such as remote engine start for $300, eucalyptus open pored fine wood for $200, and the blue paint for $1,200, giving you a total M.S.R.P of $58,795. Even in this color, and yes, I'm glad it's an option, BMW's M and M Sport vehicles have always looked good, and this X1 M35i is no exception. The large air intakes improve cooling, and there are other subtle cues that hint at the additional performance. These optional wheels look nice, as do these brakes. And for those who want a bit more, you could swap out these cast iron ones for M compound examples that provide even better stopping power. The cargo area allows for 25.7 cubic feet behind the rear seats and 46.9 cubic feet when the 40-20-40 rear seats are folded. There's a privacy shade, grocery hooks, netted cubby, smaller cubby, 12-volt outlet, and a bit more storage under the floor where the tire mobility kit resides. But hopefully you won't need that. The power plant for this X1 is a 2-liter BMW M twin power turbo inline 4-cylinder that makes 312 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. A 7-speed dual-clutch transmission with paddle shifters sends power to all 4 wheels. My modes allow you to choose from personal, sport, and efficient settings, and if you can get a decent start, unlike we did, 0 to 60 is completed in 5.2 seconds with an electronically limited top speed of 155 miles per hour. EPA estimated fuel economy is rated at 23 miles per gallon city, 31 miles per gallon highway, with a combined rating of 26 miles per gallon. AutoAcademics saw an average of 28.3 miles per gallon during testing on the recommended premium fuel. Even though this is BMW's smallest SUV, space isn't too bad. Yeah, a middle passenger would be tight, but leg and shoulder room are just fine. And headroom is even better than that. The seats are comfortable, they recline, and there are AC vents and USB-C charge ports too. Plus, this sunroof is humongous. Up front is pleasing too. And again, the interior of this X1 feels much roomier than its number designation in the lineup would imply. The steering wheel is thick with a multicolor stitch that looks great, and the seats are extra supportive with plenty of adjustment. The metal grills of the Harman Kardon stereo look good, and the speakers beneath sound even better. Debuting first in any BMW is this new iDrive 9 infotainment system, and while it's just as confusing at first as the system I experienced in the XM, it's still very good once you learn how to use it. The displays are vibrant, inputs are responsive, and there are programmable shortcuts to help you access things a bit easier. A more in-depth look would require a video all to itself, but I'm sure we'll have more opportunities to dive deeper in future cars we review. So now that we've addressed all of that, it's time to take it out and see how it drives. The nice thing about these almost M cars is that they provide a good blend of performance and drivability. And this M35i is a prime example of that. The cabin is impressively quiet, and while the suspension is firm, it doesn't offend with unnecessary harshness in normal driving modes. It's adaptive too, but you can't change its firmness manually. Fortunately, the system does a good job on its own. Now, I admit, this does lack the edginess of some of the larger, similarly trimmed cars, but that's what makes this car such a good daily driver. Power is decent. Again, not quite as exhilarating as the larger M40i models, and there's some turbo lag too, but it's a pleasant increase over a standard X1. The brakes have a good pressure feel with plenty of power, and this thing handles lovely. Steering is quick and direct, allowing you to place the wheels exactly where you want them. It rotates so well that I initially thought it might have rear wheel steering. And frankly, the only way it could handle better is, you guessed it, if it were a car. Now, put it in sport mode, and the throttle does become more sensitive, and you hear more crackle and pop. But the turbo lag is still there, and even though the shifts are quick, it doesn't bang them into the next gear under hard acceleration the way the higher performance cars do. Also, the transmission can be hesitant to downshift when you match the pedal, yet it'll hold on to gears all day long. Some revised tuning for this would definitely make things sweeter. And while I'm fussing, it can be a bit abrupt when engaging first gear from a stop. That's a common trait for dual clutch transmissions, and it's something I've noticed in this. Now, as I put this back into normal mode, this car does have a little trick up its sleeve when you want a little extra boost. Hold the left paddle down for a second or two, and it'll briefly put all settings into their highest performance mode. There's no additional power, but it does liven things up. Just make sure you have both hands on the wheel because it does induce a bit of torque steer. So, as I wrap this up, while this X1 M35i never gets quite as rowdy as an X3 M40i, it's still a welcomed boost in performance when compared to a standard X1. So there you have it, guys, the 2024 BMW X1 M35i. Yeah, it lacks some of the aggressiveness of its more performance-oriented and more expensive siblings. But this X1 M35i still provides some enjoyable sportiness that the standard X1 does not. So, as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss what we have coming up next. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics. Thanks for watching. Oh, and all that noise that sounds cool? It's artificial. Still does a lot of crackling and popping though.